Alright, this is gonna be Tales of Berseria, Part 3. And my dog. Oh boy.
Eisen told us to come see you. What's all this about a scouting ship?
We're going to explore the outer seas. Oh, let me explain. Beyond the reaches of our kingdom lie vast, open oceans we call the outer seas.
And you're going to explore them? What for?
To make a map of the whole world, of course.
A map of the whole world.
That's right. Ifrit's pirates have many ambitions, one of which is the creation of a complete map describing the whole world. In fact, the Von Eltias already sailed all the way to the far continent for that very reason.
That's amazing.
You guys sure dream big.
I still don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. A map of a bunch of places nobody cares about? Big deal.
Well, regardless, if we're going to find anything in the vast waters, we'll need a lot of luck. We'd like to borrow some of yours.
And just how do you plan on doing that?
I want you to use your gut instincts to tell us where to look. In exchange, the Von Eltia will be at your service. And you can keep anything we find in our explorations. You'll be able to assign us new orders from any location by using a kind of messenger bird called a sylph jay.
Who knows? We might even come across some good treasure. Or maybe some rare food. Or brand new recipes.
That's a lot of treasure you could find.
Doesn't sound bad to me. It won't take much of our time, and besides, it could be interesting.
You're right. Okay, as long as I'm not responsible for how things turn out, I guess I can help.
All right, then I'll tell you what you need to know.
Alright, looks like we have an expedition thingy. Interesting. I don't know. Oh, you have to have like levels or something. But I'm level 20. Maybe because I haven't discovered these places yet, I can't do that. Whatever. If you initiate a voyage, it tells
Scout
you
ship setting sail.
how long it takes for them to come. Huh?
Take a look at this.
Take a look at these tits. Cool, I guess I got some stuff. Alright, so that was like
now
a
we just
tutorial.
wait for news.
Who knows what we'll find? A sunken ship full of treasure, maybe?
Underwater ruins? Desert islands?
New shipping lanes, perhaps.
Some fish would be enough for me, especially if they sell well.
My thoughts exactly. Tuna or yellowtail or sturgeon.
Oh my gosh. I forget when this was, but like several years ago there was an article.
Sir, scouts have reported seeing a powerful demon. Its danger level has been classified as Code Red.
Understood. I'll notify the Abbey we have a Code Red demon in our midst. Send out an emergency alert to the neighboring areas.
Right.
With wild demons this close to the capital, the Abbey must have had its hands full.
Eisen, what did he mean by a Code Red demon?
It's like a most wanted list for demons. From the latest I've heard, there's around 10 such demons across the territories.
Oh, they sound pretty tough.
That would be putting it lightly. Suffice it to say, you wouldn't want to face one unprepared.
Then we'd best be prepared.
Let's get going. While we're wasting time here, the Abbey is digging in.
I literally don't know. He was probably one of those bestiality people.
Very well. Onward to Logris.
I just was like,
You're coming too?
why is this showing up in my news
You
feed?
said you heard about Ifrit on the prison island, right?
I heard an exorcist legate named Melchior took him away. I don't know anything beyond that.
Neither do I. What about you, Magilou?
Word is he was taken away about a year ago. Caused quite a stir, if I remember right. Everything about him was kept a tight secret. No one even knew what cell he was in.
Ifrit is an ordinary human, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have the abilities of an exorcist. And he isn't a demon either.
Weird. I mean, if they were just trying to bust up his gang, why capture him but leave the crew free?
If not his gang, what business does the Abbey have with him then?
We've cast our nets wide and can't come up with any explanation. We'll free him, though. His place is on the sea with us.
And you're convinced he's still alive?
They wouldn't have any problems killing a pirate who caused them trouble.
If the Abbey took him alive and for questioning, it means he has something they really want.
But he isn't the type to change his ways or bend his knee on anyone's orders.
He holds his own tiller.
Precisely.
Sweet Jeebus.
Why did you come back to us?
I could tell you all missed me something awful.
We didn't. At all.
And what about your search for this traitor?
He slipped away yet again. I've no clue where he ran off to.
You're a witch. Can't you use a spell or something?
My spellcraft works kind of like a three-legged race. It simply requires my backstabbing, slippery accomplice.
Like a con artist needs an accomplice.
I am not a con artist!
I'm not going to help you find your traitor, you know.
How cold! Such an icy stare could freeze fire!
And you don't have anyone else?
Well, no.
Do you have a home to return to?
Nope.
Do you know a trade other than magic?
Nope.
What is it, Laphicet?
Magilu's story made my chest feel funny. And my nose is runny.
The witch has no friends, no home, and no purpose. I think what you're feeling is pity.
Pity?
It's when you feel sorrow for someone else.
I pity Magilu.
Oh, come on!
He was just clucking with you, if you know what I mean. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I'm doing a bad job of paying attention to the plot. Guess I'll just follow the star.
Wow. Those walls. They're so huge.
That's Logris, the capital of the Empire. They keep demons out by enclosing the city within a great wall.
Humanity has achieved great things on the backs of slave Malakim.
Why the surprise, Laphicet? You've been here before, right?
I have. But back then, I was not who I am now.
I see. Tethered Malakim aren't even allowed the freedom to observe their surroundings.
We'll soon lose such freedom ourselves.
Huh?
We've reached the heart of the Empire, and of the Abbey. Soldiers and exorcists are stationed all around. This is no place for a collection of villains like us.
I'm not looking for a place. All I need to find is Artorias. That's it.
Oh my goodness. I remember I heard a joke once that was like, do you know why when a man fucks a sheep, he does so at the end of a cliff? And the person's like, no. And then the other person's like, it's so the sheep pushes back.
They won't inspect everyone. Just act natural.
Your face is all stiff.
I know.
You, in the black coat. Show me your documentation. Well? Your travel permit from the Abbey, where is it?
Foolish girl, how many times have I told you? A magician's apprentice must wear a pleasant grin.
Magician?
Verily, I present to you the traveling troupe of mischievous misfits known across the land as Magilu's Menagerie.
Entertainment for the ceremony?
Why, yes, indeed we are, my dear. Please pardon my uncouth apprentice. Girl, allay the good man's fears and show him the dove trick you've spent all these weeks on. Go to...
Huh? Oh, sorry, mistress. I forgot to prepare.
You pathetic little shirker! A proper performer is perpetually prepared!
It's fine. Doves flying around would be a nuisance.
No, this will not do. If you cannot summon a dove, then act like one. Act like a dove!
Cool.
Remember, Muggy Lou's Menagerie manufactures mirth. That was just a small sample for the good citizenry of Logris.
Hey, you can't advertise here! Move along!
As you say.
That was a fine ploy, Magilou.
Well, don't expect tricks like that every day. Coo. Oh, that murderous gaze! Coo.
Those doves were amazing.
Just a crude trick. If anything, it just shows the capital's defenses are pathetic.
More like it shows how much confidence they have in those defenses. How many soldiers are here, Laphicet?
The number of exorcists in the capital? At least 1,000. And 2 divisions of guards.
I'd expect no less from the capital. They're not careless. They're covered.
We need transit documents.
See how the citizens smile? To think they were fleeing from demons just a few years ago.
To hold an observance of this scale shows just how much peace their power has brought.
A piece paid for with Laffy's.
Velvet?
The Abbey's job is getting harder and harder. We've all got to give them our full support.
Let's backtrack a bit. Just what sort of organization is this Abbey?
You're kidding me. How do you not even know that?
The Abbey is part of Midgand's Church of the Empyreans. Originally, it was an order of paladins and warrior priests devoted to exorcising evil.
Yeah. The Abbey's official name is the Exorcist Abbey of the Church of Midgand. Nowadays, its members are all called exorcists.
I'm impressed. You've done your research.
So basically, they're just one branch of the church, right? And for a side branch, they don't really strike me as humble.
Of course not. The High Priest entrusted all his power to the Abbey's leader, Lord Artorius. He's effectively retired.
So the Abbey's leader is at the top of the entire church.
That's not all. The prince also gave Lord Artorius authority over all military and government affairs during the crisis.
Lord Artorius commands Midgand now, and has formed a new theocracy to combat the demon blight.
And that is the origin of the Holy Midgand Empire. The Abbey is its foundation, and its ray of hope.
Wow, okay, got it. The Abbey's a big deal.
Right now, Prince Percival is the one ruling Midgand. He's the crown prince.
The crown prince? What happened to the king?
The king is in good health, but he's decided to withdraw from public life and leave the kingdom to Prince Percival. He declared that a new way of thinking was needed to save the world from this crisis.
This king sounds like quite the guy.
Prince Percival is incredible too. He's following in the footsteps of the king by working hand in hand with Lord Artorius and the Abbey. As long as we have Lord Artorius and Prince Percival, the future of Midgand is bright. Ask anyone.
Got it. So all of Midgand is on Artorius' side.
Hey, these ears clearly mean that I am a bunny. Or something like that. Oh my goodness. The little pup, Cosmo, is like cuddled on my toes and it's just so cute. I'm like...
Mommy, when's the prince gonna talk? The exorcists are coming too, right?
I'm sure they will, dear.
People are saying it's going to be a very important announcement about the Abbey.
I want to see the exorcists! We need to thank them for saving us from the demons!
You're right. We all have to show them our gratitude and help them however we can.
Yeah! I'll follow the rules, too. I won't be selfish.
They sure are popular.
Because these people don't know the truth.
You think that's so? That the exorcists are fighting the demons they themselves cannot. That's why the people support the exorcists. Listen to those cheers. The royals sure have these folks in line.
Subjects, may I have your attention? It is I, Percival Asgard, Crown Prince of the Midgard Empire. His Majesty, my father, and I are pleased to celebrate with you on this auspicious day.
The ceremony started. It'll be impossible to slip in now.
After the opening, 10 years ago, our kingdom faced an existential threat, both from demons and the terrible spread of demon blight. However, one man raised a miraculous sword and stood so that the body and soul of the land
Over there.
would not be
You can
lost.
climb up if you want, but attacking now would
And
be
the
suicide.
name of that man was Artorius Coldbrand! None here, I trust, are unfamiliar with Artorius' noble act. To bring us salvation from demons, he sacrificed everything.
But he's a murderer.
He called Lord Innominat one of the 5 Empyreans and blessed us with the strength of the Malachim.
But he's a murderer!
Velvet!
He serves as a shining beacon of reason in this world of turmoil. And reason is what binds us.
But you killed him! You took everything that I loved!
So raise your voices in praise to Artorius' devoted work, to the Savior who purifies evil and guides our flock. Let us call him our shepherd! Shepherd Artorius! Shepherd Artorius! Shepherd Artorius! Shepherd Artorius! Shepherd Artorius!
Even though the world was filled with suffering, I had to ask something tremendous of you all. I entrusted you to endure the pains of reason. I asked you to bind yourselves with shackles of your own will. For the only blade that can expel calamity is one forged from unshaking reason and the iron will to do what must be done. And now that very blade stands ready before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land. With the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat, I will guide you to a world without calamity. And this world's suffering will be nothing but a distant memory!
But you're the one who murdered.
Fool, they'll see us.
You're the one who killed Laphicet.
What?
The Shepherd Artorias. That's who you're after?
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd just straight up pounce on him.
That would be certain death. No. I need a sword of reason and will. That's the only thing that can kill him.
Killing Lord Artorias.
Playing it safe? Boring! Regrettably, it is at this juncture we go our separate ways. I've got a bit of hunting to do.
No one's stopping you.
Goodbye.
Farewell! May your days be fruitful and your nights tormented!
If our enemy's calling himself a shepherd, he won't be going into hiding. Let's take this slowly.
The old man behind him. Melchior, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's gather information on these people. If we know what they're planning, we can find a weakness.
They're the most powerful men in the land. If we're going to look into them, we need a lead first.
Eisen, do you have any underworld contacts in the capital itself? Like your friend at the port?
I don't go inland much, I'm afraid. But Eifried has close ties to a shadow guild. A tavern in the city, run by an old man called Baskerville, serves as a front for them.
A shadow guild? Those sorts of things actually exist?
That settles it. Let's head to that tavern. They'll have food, I'm sure.
Why not?
My stomach made a weird noise.
That's another sign that you're alive.
The exorcists sure were out in full force to see the shepherd's inauguration, weren't they?
What about that guy you're after? Was he there?
What, and have to stand around looking all proper? Nah, that's not his style.
But I thought he was one of the top exorcists.
That wouldn't matter to him.
Huh. All right.
Actually, Velvet, speaking of the shepherd, I noticed he wasn't using his right arm. Was he hurt or something?
Yeah. He was badly wounded a long time ago. He lost the use of his sword arm.
That's what I figured.
But don't get the wrong idea. He's still a master swordsman with his left arm.
I can tell that from the way he moves. His movements are steady and measured, and his chi is centered below his navel.
Huh? Why does that matter?
Some people say that all the body's spiritual energy gathers in a place about 2 finger widths below the navel.
Even when he appears to be in a state of total peace, his guard is never down. He's a formidable adversary. And I think I know why my target has placed himself at Artorias' side. Because now I want to take Artorias down too.
Shepherd! Savior of mankind who guides us through the darkness. What an appropriate title for Lord Artorias. I believe in him. As long as we have Shepherd Artorias, we'll make it through this era of disaster.
Shepherd Artorias?
How pompous can you get?
Artorias has already seized control of all religious and secular power in Midgand. But now that he's taken on this new title, he's no longer just an authority figure. He's become the very hope of the masses.
A dangerous opponent indeed.
After seeing that, will you still fight him?
Of course I will. He could be a god for all I care. I'll have my vengeance, no matter what.
So fresh. Ugh. I wish I was like super skinny like I was back in the day. I've always wanted to do a demi-fiend costume.
Lord Artorias' speech was so wonderful. I teared up halfway through.
I was so worried when the demons appeared. I am so glad I put my faith in the Abbey.
The exorcists put their lives on the line to protect us. We've got to do what we can to help.
I want to marry the shepherd when I grow up.
Now that's popularity.
Ignorance is bliss.
Guess I'll just walk up to the castle. Nah, never been a fan of, like, the jacked look.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Repent? Are you talking to me?
Yes. When I look at your vestments around your chest, your hips, I can tell your sins are many and deep.
Say that again. Exactly what were you staring at?
Well, mankind is rife with sin, and I am no different. You must acknowledge your misdeeds and confess them to the great Empyreans. By confronting your sinful urges, you will be empowered to resist them.
Is that so? You're saying I just need to confess all the bad things I've done?
Yes. Confess your darkest sins, my child, assured that none is beyond the forgiveness of the Empyreans.
Empyreans, hear my confession. When I was in prison, I instigated a riot and used it to break myself out.
Huh?
Then I set fire to some warehouses in town and stole a ship to make my getaway. Then I teamed up with some pirates to destroy a military fortress. I killed anyone who got in my way.
What?
What do you think, Father? Will the Empyreans forgive me?
I think you should turn yourself into the Abbey and let them help you repent.
That's convenient. I'm already planning on going to the Abbey. You see, I'm going to kill their boss, Artorius.
I need an exorcist over here! Quick! Somebody! Anybody!
That's about how I figured it'd go.
That is one impressive cathedral. It fits the capital.
Yes. It's incredible.
It's as I heard. It wasn't built using Moloch arts, but the latest architectural engineering techniques. Look at those arches, the mathematical logic, the structural ornamentation. This is an architectural marvel.
So, is that Empyrean in there?
I highly doubt it. Empyrean worship has become mostly symbolic over the years. This cathedral wasn't built as a place of worship. It's commemorative, to celebrate the continent's unification.
In other words, a show of power.
That explains why they spared no expense.
It's too early to be impressed. This is just the entrance, and it's unfinished. They're constructing a colossal temple inside here. They say it'll take centuries to complete.
Centuries? That's insane. How could they think that's a good idea?
Your guess is as good as mine. I suppose that sometimes humans just have a need to push their limits.
Yeah, seriously.
The Reaper and a demon are shaking their heads at this overwrought monstrosity. Intrinsic worth, 0.
I wonder what it'll look like when it's finished.
Oof. This is still... I don't think I've played a video game that's better written than this. It is very nice. I liked the the horrible, like, priest basically calling her a whore, and she's like, well, I may or may not have accidentally broken out of prison and murdered a bunch of people and stolen a pirate ship and, you know, done all this other stuff. Just hilarious.
He may be the shepherd now, but no one knows who he was before the Advent, or what he did.
No, they don't.
But he showed up one day with a mallet in tow, routed the demons, and formed a band of skilled young exorcists.
That sounds pretty suspicious.
Right? But the kingdom readily acknowledged his abilities and his conviction, and threw its full support behind him.
Maybe he plans on usurping power for himself.
Not likely. He's worked tirelessly to rebuild the church and state, and shore up the royal family's position.
Lining his pockets from the state coffers, then.
Not the slightest chance. Rather, he's got all the other higher-ups worried he's working himself to death.
Then what's he after?
Maybe there is no ulterior motive. Maybe he is our shepherd. Whatever the case, if he hadn't shown up when he did 3 years ago, Midgand would be a smoking ruin.
Oof. Now this part right here is where I wish I had my emulator running so that I could just check all 3 of those spots really quick so that I know where I'm going. But sadly that is not what is happening. I am playing it on an actual console. It doesn't look like we can go that way. So 33% of the destinations have been figured out. 66.6 places remain. The heck? Let's see if they'll stop me. There's no going that way, so I guess I gotta fight the snake.
I won't improve by fighting weak.
Salty cucumber? My favorite kind of cucumber is a pickle. Like, it's a salty cucumber that basically had most of the water drawn out of it. Delicioso and crunchy. The flock is over here. I don't see any stars, so we're gonna just go up here, I guess. Maybe I need to go to a tavern, actually. Sounds like something I would do. Yeah, I guess I gotta go back to that town I was already in. I probably wasn't paying enough attention, but that's okay. I'm just an innocent bunny roaming across the plain. Here, so I'm not sad. Alright, so tavern, I guess. I don't like the music inside this town, though. It's kind of pompous, like... It's not for me. Is the purple thingy a tavern? They're like, let's talk in a public place where everyone's getting drunk. That seems like the best place to go.
What'll it be?
Some food for the boy.
Mabo curry is our specialty. It takes a week to stew properly.
Mabo curry.
Some of that, then. Say, do you know a man named Baskerville? I heard we might find him here.
That old man? A scoundrel and criminal who went against the rules of the Abbey. They executed him long ago.
Oh.
Velvet, this Mabo curry is amazing.
You get along so well. Is he your brother?
No.
No, he wouldn't be, would he? After all, your brother was murdered before your eyes.
How do you know that?
The shadows watch those who flinch from the light.
So the guild is still active, even after Baskerville's arrest?
That's right. Just like how Ifrid's crew continues their piracy, even without their captain.
So you're the contact?
What may I help you with?
I want to know what Artorias is planning.
Information such as that, it won't come cheap. I have here a list of jobs, not one remotely legal. Take care of all of them, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Alright, looks like we need to stop an ambush aimed at the Royal Medical Society on the Danan Highway. That one sounds the most fun, so let's do that.
Take this with you as documentation. It's fake, but it's a good fake. It'll hold up to inspection.
It's registered to Mogulu's menagerie?
Oh? Was that not the name you gave to the guard at the gate?
I can see you're a group to be reckoned with.
Report back here once you're finished. However, be aware that should you fail...
Then this conversation never took place. Got it. I'll cause you no trouble.
I appreciate your understanding. You're welcome to stay the night, free of charge. Forget about work until the morning comes. Right. You're missing Captain Ifrid. The captain has done much toward our viability. I promise that I'll share anything I hear about him for no charge.
Thanks. All we know is there was a pendulum on the ground at the last place he was seen. And that Legate Melchior is connected to the captain's disappearance. How? We don't know.
Sounds like you've got problems of your own. Do you really have time to take on ours as well?
I could ask you why you've tied yourself up with Velvet.
Me? I've got a debt to repay. Without her, there's no way I'd have ever found my blade again.
A demon repaying a debt? Ridiculous.
As ridiculous as a pirate Moloch, you think? No matter how you look at it, there's nothing reasonable about our rogue existence. And in this brave new world governed by reason, a rogue can either rage and become a monster like me,
or band together with others. Like a ship full of pirates, perhaps.
Exactly. I admire Velvet's courage, squaring off against the whole world on her own. Few can accomplish that. It takes strength. Real strength. And I'm curious where it comes from.
So you're doing it for yourself after all?
Is that so wrong?
No. I'm the same. I need allies on my side, with the strength and courage to combat this so-called order imposed by the Abbey. But anyone who's willing to put up with the creed folly of Ifrid's pirates has to be an even bigger fool than we are. So I'm like you. I want to know how deep her foolishness goes.
She'd kill you if she heard that, you know.
It's a compliment. Fools that big aren't born every day.
Aha. And I imagine your dear Captain Ifrid's much the same.
Aye. That man flies his full flag proudly.
The Shepherd Artorias, He's got the populace eating from the palm of his hand. I wonder... Just how deeply will the fangs of our would-be tragic heroine scar this broken world of ours? I've got a traitor to find, but in the meantime, this should be a good show.
So, somebody needs to ambush the Royal Medical Society on the Danan Highway.
The Royal Medical Society is a group of doctors that travel around healing the sick.
They're funded by donations given by ordinary folk.
Why would anyone attack them?
Don't ask me. Some people are just twisted.
And why would an underworld group defend them?
Who knows? Something to do with the attackers, perhaps?
A kind face for such a hard woman.
She knew about me and our cover. She's got ears everywhere.
And that's not all. She called the papers fake, but they're not.
So she's got spies working on the inside, too.
I heard that her predecessor, Baskerville, was a monument against authority. To think he was executed.
They've lost their leader, but remain unconquered. Not an organization to trifle with.
That's how they have to be to take on the Abbey. We'd better succeed on our missions, and not just to get the information we need.
Yeah. Besides, I'd like to get another of those drinks, too.
You're a man of taste. That place always has the best.
You'd better work hard, too, if you want more Mabo curry.
I will.
It's pretty unlikely, honestly. From what I've seen, if you lose like huge amounts of weight in a relatively short period of time, you're gonna have such deep stretch marks that you're gonna get that loose skin.
That ceremony was simply fantastic. Lord Artorias' speech was brilliant, of course, but Prince Percival was really something too. He raises up Artorias to help the country and its people, then willingly steps down. Now that's what I call a king.
You think so? Well, to me, he just looks like a wimp.
He may look that way, but he has a great inner strength. He's excelled as a scholar and a leader since he was young. His only hobby is falconry, but sadly, I hear he hasn't had the time for it lately.
You seem like a big supporter of his.
Well, he's got 2 younger brothers, but just between you and me, they're dolts. Worse, they hang with a bad crowd. If anything were to happen to Prince Percival, the future of Midgand would be bleak.
I see. So everyone's hopes are riding on him then.
Which means Midgand's vulnerable without him.
Yeah, it's hard to say what really qualifies as losing it slowly at that point, too. I have no idea.
High Priest Gideon is an honest and righteous man. He's dedicated his life to his faith and to the church. Now, as the representative of the clergy, he's thrown his full support behind the Abbey.
So, he's a man of principle.
That's right. He even donated his personal savings to support orphanages and hospitals. So be at ease, for he offers up prayers for all equally, even for the more dubious among us, such as yourselves.
Right. I'm so grateful.
I can feel the tears of gratitude coming. Any moment now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, if you're careful and slow about it, the process probably doesn't jack you as much. But I feel like, at least in the US, whenever I see those, like, persons who are, perhaps the correct word is morbidly obese, like, the doctors want to see, like, quick results, otherwise they don't take you seriously. They think you'll just, like, change your ways or whatever.
Greetings, Magilou's menagerie. You've come to exactly the right place.
You must be a Bloodwing. What do you want?
You already know about the Code Red demons, right?
The really strong demons the Abbey wants gone? Yeah.
Would you ever consider hunting them down for us? We'll reward you properly.
Reward? Why pay us when the Abbey would do it for free?
It's complicated. The Abbey is calculating in their deployments, especially where Code Red demons are concerned.
I get it. They'll only act if they determine the demon would cause more harm than the losses they'd incur in battling it. That does seem logical.
But sometimes people have lost a loved one to such a demon. Or sometimes they have a connection to the person the demon used to be. Wherever there's a Code Red demon, you can bet there are people willing to pay good money to have it killed.
And let me guess, that's where the Bloodwings come in.
Exactly. There are Bloodwings all throughout Midgand who have information on these Code Red demons. If you defeat a demon and report back to my comrades, they'll make sure you're well compensated.
All right, I understand. But I won't make any promises.
That's fine. No sense in drawing up a contract when the hunter probably won't survive anyway. If you get results, let us know. We'll hold up our end. That being said, I'd feel guilty if I didn't help out at least a little, so here, take this.
Those Bloodwings are definitely a rough crowd.
To be fair, things are never that straightforward when you're dealing with demons.
All that matters is that there's something in it for us if we hunt those Code Red demons. The only thing better than fighting formidable foes is getting paid for it.
Just remember that these Code Red demons are tough enough to make the Abbey shiver. We'd be wise not to underestimate them.
We should talk to those Bloodwings before considering any of the marks. They might have information that will help us prepare.
Yeah, and we better remember to upgrade our equipment.
Right.
But yeah, like I was saying, so many things are made to be addictive.
What is it, Roguro?
Mabo curry.
Huh? Oh.
You're an interesting one. You like Mabo curry that much, huh?
It smells good. And it's creamy and kind of spicy. Eating it made me feel nice.
I'd say you love it then. Do all Malakim have such an appetite?
Each has their own tastes. Some eat a lot, some eat a little. Just like humans or demons.
What do you like, Aizen?
Drinks, I suppose.
What else?
Pretty much just drinks.
Don't you like anything else?
Is it a problem if I don't?
No. I'm just wondering.
For me, it's drinks and candied sweet potatoes.
That's where you boil strips of sweet potato in oil and then coat them in sugar, right?
Yeah, I never get tired of them.
So you like to drink, but you've also got a sweet tooth?
Yeah. Is that so strange?
No.
Candied sweet potatoes. Sounds good.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a sign that you're alive, remember?
Right.
I'll finish this quickly. You're finished.
They were nothing.
Not worth my
Unarmed.
This recipe...
Scout ship setting sail.
Honestly, salt and vinegar go so stupidly well together in my opinion. Like, I don't care what the object that it's flavoring is, it's gonna taste really nice. Because salt and vinegar together are just super tangy. Like, if you don't like acidic flavors, it might not necessarily be what you want, but I love acidic flavors. Like, when I eat desserts, like, I want, like, tart cherry or, like, key lime pie. Like, lemon meringue is pretty good. But some people like that true, like, sweet flavor, which I don't really know how to describe that, because it's just not my thing. Like, maybe that's like eating some cotton candy or something.
Hey, get out of our way! That there! That's our food! Give it up!
It's not ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem! That's all. Let's go!
So the attackers were demons. I guess that's why they needed us to stop the attack.
The doctors?
Looks like they ran off. It appears they were after this stuff.
Medicine with the cathedral seal.
That scarf, did that belong to the attackers?
Yeah, all three were wearing them. Does it mean something?
They were just demons. Aggressive ones who attacked the innocent.
The job is done. Time to leave.
But I do like a little bit of vinegar on my rice as well. Like, ooh. Just gives it that, like, nice tang. Honestly, like, sticky white rice is probably the most versatile food in the world. It's mega delicious. It goes literally in everything. Like, how do you not want rice? Like, you can use it to soak up, like, the spices out of something that's too spicy, like...
Well, we've learned one thing coming to the capital. The Abbey and Shepherd Artorius have expanded their power immensely.
They might as well be the Empire now. They have the undying support of the populace.
The Shepherd, savior of humanity.
I wonder what he meant by the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat.
That's what they call the gods they worship in church, right? The Empyreans? He promised a lot in that speech. But can he really command such a power?
I have no idea. Not even we Malakim know of them beyond the stories and legends. He called Innominat the 5th Empyrean. There should only be 4, one ruling each element.
Is he talking about a new Empyrean?
Have you heard anything, Laphicet?
Sorry. I don't know anything about this.
It doesn't matter. We should be careful about taking his words at face value. The man is no saint. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his aims. But there's no way he could have a god at his beck and call.
Don't underestimate the Abbey.
Trust me, I'm not. That's why I'm using the Shadow Guild to help us hunt them down. And to make sure that I kill him.
I am afraid I may not know what fluffy rice is.
By the way, those folks we just passed were talking about us.
What were they saying?
They were warning each other to be careful, talking about the demons that burned down Helives and destroyed the Seagate Fortress being near the capital.
Considering how bold we've been, everyone's still fairly calm about it.
We'll be famous soon enough once we kill the world's savior.
Sounds like that could get fun.
Fun? Why?
The people trying to capture us will put prices on our heads and put up wanted posters everywhere. Depending on who draws the likenesses, each portrait can look completely different. You know what I'm talking about, right, Eisen?
Aye. I've seen dozens of pictures of myself. Some make me a monster, others make me a handsome youth. It's fascinating, really.
I hope I get a poster soon.
Then do your best to really stir things up.
Right. I'll stir everything up good.
You're good at what you do. I'm impressed.
Oh darn, I thought I just had to do one of these 3 tasks. Anyway, I guess we now have to destroy a warehouse at a port.
There's still more to do. I'm sure it'll be easy for you.
Destroying red crates in a warehouse? Doesn't sound very nice.
Have we ever been nice?
I suppose not.
This is a contract job, so let's keep costs down. I'll call the Von Eltia and have her draw the guards away.
If you would.
What will we be destroying?
Who knows? That's hardly our concern.
Oh, I'm definitely not a chef at all. Claiming to be a good cook is an insult to people who actually know how to cook. I can make some basic bitch shit. That's about it. Where the hell is this port at? I'm not sure if the port that they mean is in this town, or if I have to go elsewhere to find it. Oh boy. Though I doubt it's at the cathedral, so I'll probably have to go back into the field to figure out where it's at. I can't fathom, like, fluffy rice, though. That sounds weird. Like, how do you accidentally prepare fluffy rice, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, has it been overcooked or undercooked? Or maybe, like, the Americanized rice that we get here, like, it's just, like, potentially pre-ready? I have no idea. I've never, like, shucked rice out of a grain shell or something like that. Like, is it a certain ingredient that messes with it, or... Fluffy rice. It's okay. Like, how do you usually cook rice there? It's okay.
Have you heard? The Abbey is building a new base. I hear it's a huge temple in the middle of some mountains near a site of ancient ruins. If they've got time to build a temple, they should use it to kill more demons instead.
You sure you want to talk like that here?
Ha! I'm different from all those losers who swoon over the shepherd's pretty words and ignore reality. No one's found a way to cure demon blight yet, and demons are still swarming everywhere. Sure, maybe things are not as bad as they could have been, but we still have no idea what's going to happen next. Think about it. Demons could be infiltrating the city as we speak, and we'd be none the wiser.
Yep, you're completely right.
I also like fried rice. I don't know why we're talking about rice so much
All right,
today, but
the guards are gone. Let's move in.
it is
Then Wick and
muy
the crew did a fine
delicioso.
job.
Red crates. These must be our targets. The seal of Midgand Cathedral?
Should we look inside?
There's no need. Burn them, Laphicet.
Okay.
We're done here. Let's go.
That storm cost too much time. I must report to Lord Artorias as soon as possible. It's you!
Oh hey, the crybaby.
Eleanor Hume, Exorcist Praetor.
Let's go!
You won't get away this time!
Killing Flash! But I'm this close! I want this! Form Zero! Form 5! Form 7!
Willing to fight without your Malachine?
No! You set the storehouse ablaze? The people have worked so hard to withstand this time of crisis. How can you destroy what they have so painstakingly built?
Because I'm not human.
You'll pay for this, you demon!
More Malachim up her sleeves.
I will protect you, Madam Eleanor! Come and face me now, demon!
He's adorable.
Am I?
I found you at last!
That voice!
Bienfu, you traitor! You'll never leave my clutches again!
Mother! No!
What are you doing? Get out there and fight!
Hey, look! Is that smoke?
It is! Fire!
The fire has spread enough. Let's get going.
You're coming with us.
Let me go! Witch nippers!
Madam Exorcist! What happened? Oh, you're badly hurt.
I can wait. Gather the people and put out that fire.
Yes, madam.
Tell me, do you know what was being kept in that warehouse?
Mostly nectar, I believe. Vast stores of the medicine, provided by High Priest Gideon, to be distributed to doctors across the land.
Medicine given by the church. Why would anybody destroy it?
Whew. Looks like we're in the clear.
Misfortune and anguish! I had that little turncoat right in front of me!
Well, at least now I know where to find him.
That weird little Moloch was the one you were looking for?
The very same. The Malak Bienfu. A
creature of unfathomable wickedness and beguiling cuteness who broke the heart of this wretched maiden! Once I finally catch him, who knows what I'll be capable of?
Not sure I get it.
Me neither.
Good. Pray that you never do. Let's go back and report our success.
Yeah. Like, it blows my mind that so many games refuse to have, like, a female perspective. And I don't think I've ever seen another game that offers, like, kind of like an anti-hero female perspective. I just really dislike this premise that all women are good and, like, they're just princesses and they can never do anything bad. I'm like, there's a reason there's female jails. Like, come on, champ. I think men just want to, like, live in this illusion, especially straight men, that, like, all women are just, like, these innocent creatures that can do no harm. They just need love from straight men.
What's the deal with you and that exorcist Eleanor?
She had tears in her eyes when we first saw her at Northgand. Velvet poked fun at her, calling her the crybaby exorcist.
Why would an exorcist cry?
Sacrificing the individual for the good of the many is part of Artorias' philosophy. She seemed troubled by that. She's naive.
That she can still carry on shows just how strong she is. It looks like they don't hand out the rank of Praetor to just anyone. Just stay sharp around her. That's all.
By the way, is that Bienfu character that Magilou was after really a Moloch?
He may look strange, but yes, he's still a Moloch.
That means Magilou is an exorcist. Why does she call herself a witch then?
If she got locked up in that prison, she must have been kicked out of the Abbey.
Or she could be a fraud.
Yeah. Even if she wasn't an exorcist, she could still perform some tricks with a Moloch like that.
I will protect you, Madam Eleanor. Face me now, demon.
Right? Was that laughter?
I'm sorry.
Why apologize? Bienfu is funny, right?
Right.
Then if you want to laugh, laugh!
If you think that's funny, you should give it a try for yourself. Say,
Hi, I'm Laphicet.
All right. Hi, I'm Laphicet.
Knock it off!
Huh?
what's the problem?
People are staring. Don't attract attention.
I'm sorry.
She's so uptight. Let's try it together later, Laphicet.
All right.
It's kind of weird though, like, in the US, like, Legoland made it, I think, like, outside of their policy to have, like, normal, like, men walking around Legoland. And, like, a bunch of people got mad because...
Trouble at the docks, was there? Well, so long as the job was done. Good luck. I look forward to hearing your report.
A scholar missing on the road to Gallus Lake.
Strange request.
If they know where he vanished, why don't they just look for him there?
Exactly. And what's so illegal about a missing persons case that you gotta go to the underworld?
I can think of a few possibilities, but our job isn't to ask questions.
Oh, what I was saying is, like, Legoland, I think, banned, like, adult males from going there, like, on their own without a child, which to me was kind of, like, bizarre. And I was like, dude, like, I guess I'm just a creepy old guy because I play with Legos or something. But I think there's, like, this unhealthy stigma that men cannot be, like, associated with children without, like, their mother. And as a gay person who maybe wants kids later in my life, like, that feels kind of ridiculous. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, there's 2 dads. Like, do I need to, like, bring my fag hag with me that I don't have? It's just, like, so bizarre. Yeah, like, there's this, all men are just sex rapists and pedophiles. I'm like, no? Like, I don't know. Across like 17 years, I've been a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters, you know, and that organization has fingerprinted me, it's done background checks on me at my own expense, just so that, like, I could hang out with a kid as an adult male or whatever without being the dad? I don't know, it's just very strange. But it happens a lot here in the US too, with persons of color. Like, I don't know, like, let's say you're a brown person and you're babysitting a white kid. Like, a lot of people will just call the freaking cops on you because they think, oh, yeah, that person wouldn't be with that person. Like,
Hey, that noisy demon looks pretty strong. Think it might be one of those Code Red demons?
Doesn't matter to me. I'd rather not waste my time fighting it if I don't need to.
I don't see it as a waste of time. Look, the Abbey only has a handful of exorcists strong enough to take something like this down, right?
Probably. I'd say praetors like Lady Teresa and the legates could probably take it on.
And those guys are all your enemies, right?
I see where you're going with this. The Abbey is strong, both in its individual members and as an organization.
And if we're to close the gap between us and them, we need to fight strong opponents like this demon.
That's what I would do. But you're free to make your own decision.
All right, I'll concede the point.
But we should determine just how strong it is first. I don't want us to bite off more than we can chew.
That goes without saying. I'd rather not get myself killed due to inadequate preparation.
You don't have to worry that much. If you want to go fight, I'll help keep you safe myself. I promise.
I don't recall asking for your protection.
You don't need to.
yeah, it's strange. I do not know how to describe it. I think it's become more intense, especially like after coronavirus. Like, I honestly think that people have kind of like collectively lost their minds a little bit. And there's no more giving the benefit of the doubt. It's just like everybody's immediately like suspicious somehow. Oof.
A foe worth killing.
Watch yourselves. This guy means business.
I know. Training isn't worthwhile if you get killed while doing it.
Not even worth my time.
Whew. That thing was pretty strong.
You just wanted something good to train on.
I'm not in it just for myself. If I get stronger, I'll be more helpful in your battles. This counts towards the repayment of my debt.
But you don't deny at least part of it was for yourself.
Of course not. Every true swordsman wants to train so they can improve themselves.
It might be a little late to ask, but what debt exactly are you repaying, Rokuro?
My sword is my life. When I was separated from it, Velvet told me where to find it. Also, she broke me free from a 500-year-long prison sentence.
You say that like it's an afterthought.
And that's why I can't fully trust you.
I don't follow. Us Rangetsu men are renowned for our sense of duty and commitment.
Actually, now that you mention it, Rangetsu's a pretty unusual last name.
I heard your family specializes in unconventional swords and fighting styles.
That's true. Our ancestor was a swordsman from way off in another country who came to this land a long time ago.
A foreign swordsman, huh? I guess that explains why your swords and techniques stand out so much.
He had quite a hard time getting by in this unusual land, until he was taken in by an aristocratic family. Ever since, the Rangetsu clan has accepted the rule of their benefactors and has served them in repayment of their debt.
Serve them as bodyguards?
Bodyguards, assassins, spies, body doubles.
Whatever the order, your family will carry it through.
Always return that which you've borrowed, even if you must repay it with your life. That was our ancestors' creed. In truth, 4 of my 5 older brothers are dead. You have to admit, we take our sense of duty seriously.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. You and your family are all tied to your sense of honor.
That seems to be the case. We can count on him. As long as he's on our side, at least.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
But yeah, that doesn't really shock me in the least. But just think of like how many people that are religious who think all gay people are like pedophiles or something. You know, and there's mixed race gay couples, and like if you adopt a kid that's outside of the race of even the 2 involved persons, like, and all these Karens are calling the police because you don't look like your baby or something. It's just so bizarre to me. But I can't say that I don't condone it in its entirety. Like, there are people out there that they have a feeling sometimes, and occasionally they're right, and then the police are at the right place at the right time also, so I guess it's complicated. I was listening to like one of these Am I the Asshole podcasts the other day, and it like blew my mind, because I guess they did like a white lady let their white son hang out with an Indian family, and the Indian kid is like, I would prefer not to eat whatever it is that you're cooking because I've never had it before. So I guess the mom like cooked him some frozen chicken nuggets, and the kid like told the mom like about the situation, and the mom is like, why didn't you cook my child a fresh home-cooked meal like you cooked all the other kids? Why did you be an asshole and cook the child some frozen garbage? And then they like called the police on the mom for child abuse or something. It was like so insane. But like, I think people have collectively lost their fucking mind when it comes to giving a little benefit of the doubt and not jumping to insane conclusions. But yeah, that can happen too, like, especially like 2 different mixed race bio parents. Like, sometimes we'll have like a very white looking child, but both the parents look brown, and now all of a sudden, you know, oh, racist Karen shows up and brown is evil and you obviously have to be a child murderer. It's just oof. I just wish people would like calm down a little bit, but nobody wants to calm down. They want to be upset. Well, this person is along this road somewhere, so I guess we gotta explore a new place. Yeah, people tend to care less when persons of color have bad things happen to them, for sure. The gap is too wide. Well, that's why I wanted to kick the rock or something. It is so bizarre, though. Like, there's no checking somebody's credibility. It's just like, oh, this doesn't appear to be the right thing that should be happening, so now I want to get involved and scream and make a mess of things. For as many stories as there are of somebody being right, there's a lot more stories about somebody being totally wrong. I guess it depends on like the nature of the community, because for me, like, we live in a predominantly black area. I'm a white guy. There's a lot of black kids that walk past my house. Like the other day, for instance, a kid asked if he could mow our lawn because our lawn was overgrown. Like, what if he went to like some Republican cop store instead of the gay couple store? Like, what is he gonna do? Shoot through the window first and ask questions later? Like, I don't know. Couldn't tell ya. But it's funny because there's a lot of stories where like these retired cops will just call the police first and ask questions later, sort of a thing. Just kind of blows my mind, and not in the good way. Oh, I thought that was like the thing I needed to do was kill that person or whatever that lady was. That snake lady. I've kind of heard of that situation as well, too. Like, I think it's, just cultural lack of understanding, like, to assume that somebody who doesn't look like you is an adult first. And because you assume they're an adult, you assume that they're malicious in some way. It's just odd to me. Yeah, I wish it was easier, but it seems like the world wants to be complicated.
Who goes there? What on earth are guards doing here?
But yeah, even with mentally ill persons, it doesn't really matter what your race is at that point. Like, people don't usually have a decent understanding of mental illness, so now you're just a criminal. It just goes 0 to criminal way too quick.
They were guarding.
A little lost lamb, perhaps.
You think they're holding Mendy captive?
Is there someone here named Mendy? We've come to help.
Oh, thank goodness. I can finally go home.
So they were keeping you prisoner.
They made you mine vermilion ore?
Yes, I discovered a method of refining it, and it cost me dearly.
What's vermilion ore?
A rare stone made of concentrated nutrients. It can be used in medicine, but it's also poisonous.
Correct.
So you were making medicine?
Yes. They were forcing me to make a nutritional substance called nectar.
Isn't vermilion ore supposed to be highly addictive?
I told them that. But what choice did I have?
Whatever. Our task is complete. Can you get back to Logris on your own?
I can. I'm terribly sorry.
Why apologize to me?
We've finished all the jobs. Let's get back to the old lady's tavern. You sure do like that Mabo curry.
Do I?
Don't ask me.
You didn't think it was tasty, Velvet?
Couldn't tell you.
Huh?
Food doesn't hold any flavor for her. According to Velvet, she can never feel sated, and the only thing she can taste is blood.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, for me, like as a gay dude,
What's the matter? You're gloomier than usual.
Am I actually useful?
Huh?
You can cut down any enemy, and Eisen can beat them up. Velvet is strong and can eat anything. But I'm not good at fighting, and apparently I'm always gloomy.
Is that what's bothering you?
In a fight, offense alone isn't everything. Hurting your foes means nothing if you don't live to tell the tale afterwards. Your healing arts are what let us always fight at our best.
He's right. Compared to dead weight like Magilu, you're plenty helpful out there.
Only compared to Magilu?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying she never helped at all.
You're not going to grow overnight. Be patient.
Huh?
You've only just been set free. That you've even managed to keep up with us this far is a feat in and of itself. Strength comes by continually improving your mind and body. Keep your spirits up and keep working at it, and you'll get there before you know it.
I will?
The drive to improve is what's important.
Right.
I mean, I think I heard that too. But then I also heard that, like, we were funding similar research in China as well. I didn't really, like, look into how true it is, but I also don't think it really matters. Because, like, let's say geographically that this virus leaked out of a lab. But I mean, isn't it just as bad if we funded it? So it's just kind of like blaming one set of persons for that happening doesn't really make a lot of sense. And also, like, there's more than one kind of Asian person. Like, there are Filipinos, there are Japanese people, like... So why is it just, like, based off your appearance, you're bad for some reason? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But, I don't know. People like having a scapegoat. And I think it's pretty much always been framed that people who look different from you are the scapegoat, sort of a thing. It's just like, it's too much. And then when you, like, get out into the world as an adult and you work with multiple different kinds of professionals, like, and you make friends with them, which is what I dearly hope that most people would like to try. Like, my whole counter argument is, if you like the cuisine of a country enough, you should probably give the people a chance too. Because there's, like, this big thing here with people being, like, very anti, like, Mexicans. And I'm like, girl, you eat at Taco Bell every day, like, and you hate all the Mexicans? Like, why? How are you gonna hate on these people and be sucking their tortillas down your throat every 5 seconds? I'm like, you're fucking crazy, in my opinion. But, like, I don't know, I've eaten Chinese food, I've eaten Indian food, and the only thing I really learned is that people make really good food, and I want to eat it. So, minor cultural differences are not something for me to be like, oh no, these people are bad, like... But, I don't know. I think I told you once that I met this, like, crazy dude I went on a date with that would only eat, like, chicken nuggets or chicken tenders or something. And, like... Oh my gosh. I just... Really? Like, that's... You want to be that obtuse? You want to only eat, like... chicken nugget? Like, girl, shit. Get out there. Live a little bit, please. Like, for the love of fuck. Try some different shit.
Welcome back. That must have been hard work. How does marble curry sound to you? I also have our specialty peach pie on hand.
We had a deal. Spill it.
Shepherd Artorius has gone north, up the Danan Highway, at the Abbey's newest temple, the Empyrean's throne. He is expected to be there for a while.
Are they relocating there?
In a sense, yes. They're holding a ritual to move the seat of the Empyrean in Nominat.
Nominat. In other words, the Abbey's new god.
It is a very serious affair, so I imagine Melchior will be there along with the other high exorcists.
Suits us fine.
I might even find him there.
That will do. Somewhere in there we'll find a chance to strike.
Perhaps, but be aware that security near the throne is on high alert.
We'll manage to get through.
No, you won't. You may be able to fool the guards, but there's no tricking the barrier they've put up. They've used arts to erect a giant wall, keeping outsiders away.
But they have to get through themselves. That implies some sort of key, right?
Yes. In fact, one of our people is looking into that as we speak. However, I'm afraid...
It'll cost us.
You learn quickly. And here's the bill.
Okay, now we're really not being nice.
Consider it done.
Aren't you going to ask why you have to kill a high priest?
I imagine it's because he's the one controlling the nectar supply. The Church is the sole producer and distributor of a highly addictive substance. They rake in huge profits, while the common man, along with your people, suffer for it. Does that cover it?
You noticed your tasks were related.
That was the real test, wasn't it?
And you passed. No matter how skilled you are, you have to know more than how to swing a sword to earn my trust.
Don't misunderstand my intentions. I'm willing to do anything, if it brings me to Artorius. I ditched my scabbard long ago.
I see. So you're the embodiment of a bare blade. A more formal introduction is in order. I am Tabitha Baskerville, leader of the Bloodwing Butterflies.
I'm Velvet. Tell me about the High Priest.
Each evening, he prays for protection from calamity at the royal villa on the Castle Logris grounds. Tradition holds that the High Priest should be alone for the prayer. That would seem the best time to strike.
How do we get into the villa?
Carry this insignia with you, and allies of the Bloodwings will offer you their aid.
We'll hold up our end. Just find out about that key.
Velvet? Are you okay?
It's nothing.
But you seem...
I said it's nothing!
Sneaking into the castle will be an all-night job. Let's take this time to get everything ready and then rest at the tavern.
Yeah.
This recipe...
All right.
High Priest Gideon will be alone at night. Rest up, and talk to the tavern keep when you're ready.
The Shadow Guild.
Operates this tavern. It's been that way for generations.
The red scarf is a symbol of the Bloodwing Butterflies?
Aye, you seem to know a lot. Show that insignia to a person in a red scarf, and they'll help you out.
If nectar made from vermilion ore is so bad for your health that it was banned, why are they making it?
They make it because it was banned.
Huh?
Just because the powers that be say a rule is for the greater good, it doesn't mean that everyone will see eye to eye with them. If Tabitha's Mabo curry was outlawed, would you really be able to never eat it again?
I wouldn't like it, but if it's against the rules...
Well, you'll get hungry no matter what. People want what they want.
But anything forbidden is bound to be rare. And when things are rare, they become expensive.
So that's why people make it.
The world isn't a simple place. There's an underside to everything.
An underside?
Contract killers, secret weapons dealers, loan sharks that charge outrageous interest, pirates like me, the folks who offered us mooring for information, and the guild at Helives are all part of it.
As are the people who dye chicks blue to sell them at a higher price, and the people who bet on alleyway bug fights. And they'll come to you with a smile, so you can't let your guard down if you want to stay safe.
What sorts of bugs do they make fight?
That's the part that got your attention.
We know for a fact that Captain Eyfried was on the prison island for a period of time. And it's true that Melchior took him away. However, I'm afraid that is where the trail grows cold.
In any case, we can be sure that the Abbey has him captive.
But what could they possibly want with him? If their aim is merely to fight piracy, they'd publicly execute him, or try to lure you out, would they not?
And yet they've done neither. Total silence.
I wonder... Could it be they want to get their hands on the relics some say Eyfried brought back from the far continent?
The relic from across the sea? Have rumors of that strange thing been going around? It's possible. There was a certain relic that the captain was curiously taken with. Kept it safe.
What was it?
That's our business. I'll speak no more of it. But if that's truly what they're after, I highly doubt the villa is where they're keeping him locked up. That's not where they keep their torture implements.
Quite true. At any rate, I thank you for sharing what secrets you could.
I wish you the best of luck on your search for more information.
More. More. More! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But I'm hungry. I'm so hungry.
If survival is at stake, an elder sister eating her brother before he inexorably wastes away is not outside the bounds of reason. You needn't hold back, Velvet. Eat, Laphicet.
No! No! Ah! The hell with you! You and your disgusting words! What? Why?
You were shouting.
Be more careful around me! You know full well I'm a demon!
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Awake or asleep, it's all one long nightmare. Smashing objects together is destruction. Smashing feelings together is life. But objects, tools, so much easier to abuse and toss aside.
What does that mean?
It means break time is over. Time to get to work, sweetie. Good thing I showed up in time.
Don't tell me you're coming too.
Sojourn alongside the gloomy demon lady, and the exorcist controlling Bienfu is sure to appear. I told my own fortune, and there it was.
Do your fortunes actually hold water?
I've been in the castle before, you know. How useful to have Magilu along, they said in the future.
Get in my way, and I'll give you the boot.
It's the Viper's Nest. They're always watching.
Yes, but therein lie shadows too. Let's look for someone with a red scarf.
Anyhow, this person says, Tabitha told us about what you need. Oh, I thought they were the person. Looks like you've had some success. Here's your reward. Oh. I was like, they have a red thingy. I want to move on to the next level. Actually, I think I'm going to call this an episode, because having to meander through the town to find the correct person to talk to seems kind of a pain in my ass. And I'd rather do that part offline, so that I can just, like, move right into the next episode. So thanks for watching, children. I will see you next time. Probably tomorrow around... I'll either do 4 or 6 p.m. Eastern, so I'll mark it on my Twitch thingy.